So today, we're doing a project called Capture Your Life in Comics. And we're going to see how we can capture a story of your life in a little small section. This is a really good exercise for keeping track of your development as a person and as an artist. So we're going to explore that today, and we're going to do it in one of my favorite mediums, and that is comics. And I have with me Ro, and Ro now is a professional at many things. There's so many different paths you've gone down. How did you end up doing so many different things?
I like drawing, I like painting, I also thus animating. I just wanted to make fun stories, and that seemed a much easier way to look at my future. This question gets asked a lot, I'm sure, when you're younger especially, is what do you want to be when you grow up? So I started to replace the word what do you want to be versus what do you want to say? Because what you want to say when you grow up seems like a much easier task to accomplish.
Do you keep a journal or sketchbook?
Oh my goodness, yes. I don't think I could go through a day without drawing. Mostly they're like kind of journal sketchbooks, but they've evolved over the years because I can look at it and I can go, I know what was going on with me that day. When you really go personal, you really find this universal truth that a lot of people probably are relating to it too.
So what we're going to do, we're going to think about maybe something that happened yesterday or maybe the day before or last week. It doesn't really matter, but we want to take one thing that happened and we want to spill our brains out of everything that comes up about that particular moment. It could be the people that we met, it could be the things that we were feeling, the places that we were, whatever comes up about that moment. Start just spilling all the words down on one page. Don't even think about any sort of order at this point. It's like you just take a can opener and you're a can of SpaghettiOs and you just open it up and then you just pour it out uncooked. We'll get to the cooking part later.
The whole point of it is for you to talk to yourself and for you to put a kind of a mirror, if you will.
Sometimes I don't give myself the attention to really look at a specific day or event. And then what ends up happening is all that stuff, all these things that I wrote down here, they start building up over time, making me feel sad inside. But being able to really open things up in my head and spill them out on a page really helps me look at a moment better. We're going to take all this stuff that we spilled onto this page and see what stands out to us, and we're going to circle it. There are certain things that are on this page that have probably been sticking around for me for a while. And I think I'm going to circle those things coming up in my head a lot lately. So when I was doing mine, I knew that roller skating was going to be really important. What did you circle?
The three big things were basically about the stress of time. And I kept basically feeling the clock is ticking. And that was a big part of this entire feeling that I had the whole day. Is you have a deadline, you've got to hit the deadline, people are waiting for that finish line at a certain time of day, and so you're constantly looking at the clock.
Now we're going to take these words and we are going to break them down into what we call story beats. Beats are small moments in a story, like what happened? What did you think or feel about it? How did you respond, or what did you realize? How did things work out? You can just make up your own. So we're going to create these boxes or frames, and I'm going to do 4. You don't have to do 4. I'm just doing 4 because I think that's what's going to work for me. Just like in this example from artist Jonathan Hill, I'm going to write my beats inside the box.
I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to start with my ending. So my 4 beats, I'll just write them out. It starts with, feeling the pressure of time and then feeling free of that pressure. So that's how it starts, that's how it ends. And then so basically this is 1 and this is 4. So beat 2 would be, really feeling the weight of time. And then basically having that internal voice that basically says, you got this. So this internal voice is basically the heart of panel 3. So you start with the pressure, feeling it getting worse. This is maybe a too old analogy, but like Popeye, who ate spinach, and spinach became like the power he needed to feel he was strong and he could break free of anything. So this is my spinach, is the eternal voice. And then finally, I'm free of the pressure of the time that was weighing on my heart and soul.
It's time to actually start drawing our comic strip. Don't worry about making it perfect. You're just trying to capture the feeling or the moment. You can always redraw it later if you want. Looks like you have a complete story there for us.
Well, it's all about time. And so I replaced the head of this person, who was basically me, with a clock. And you could feel like it's trying to hit this certain time. And I had people screaming at me, you're not going to make that deadline. My thought in my head was, I can't do it. I'm not going to make it. Basically what I was thinking to myself, and the clock is dripping because that's what it felt like. It was also hot out. And people are going, hurry, the client is waiting. And I can just feel the weight of my whole body sinking with the clock. And it was like just pulling me down. And in my head, I'm thinking, you got this, stay strong, rise above it. And magically, I just did. And we pushed through, we got it done. And they were like, you did it. And they loved it. So now the clock becomes a smiley face, because that's what it felt like finally. I have no pain from that day anymore, because when I was done, I felt accomplished. It all washed away. This is why I keep all my journals. I date the journals, which I think is smart. And I can look at the date and I'm like, wow, that was 5 years ago exactly. And I can remember that feeling. Then I can look at it where it is now, what that project went to, what that, that journey was of that specific time of my life. I made it. I'm here. It's okay. If I survive that, I can survive whatever's going on now.
Yeah, and that ability to capture life like that in this way, not only good for you, but to be able to share that with other people and create a sense of empathy amongst each other.
The more you draw, the more you create, the more you write, whatever, you start to be aware more. And the more you're aware, the more inspiration you have to create. It's kind of free. I mean, it's a pencil and a piece of paper, and you can get everything going on here out of you. Ever since I was a kid, I just thought, wow, that's all I need to be able to be free of my own, thoughts and fears. Whatever is kind of weighing me down, I feel like I can unload it.